How's it going, everyone? It's me. Today's video a little bit different. Hopefully the video is not too long. If it is, maybe you can just have it in the background or click away if you don't care about the behind the scenes things that are happening with YouTube and how it affects current content creators, smaller channels such as myself. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to do this video, and I've been kind of thinking about it, but I think it's good to be an open book and to let people know about what's going on, the future of YouTube, the future of my channel as a content creator, and maybe you might get something out of this. This is some information that you may already know. So anyway, YouTube, and I'm kind of doing this on the fly, so if I don't know all the dates and facts, forgive me, but you'll get the gist of it. YouTube came about, I think it was 2005, and it was the first video entitled "Me at the Zoo." And I forgot their names once again, but I'll put it somewhere here on some pictures. YouTube was created by three gentlemen, and it was basically broadcast yourself. And it was an ingenious idea at the time, and still currently is. It's had a big influence on just social media in general and how the internet works. Had a big influence. So anyway, when YouTube first came out, there was only a select amount of people that could apply for partnership. And YouTube partnership, what that is essentially, back in the day, this was the old standard. Once you felt like you had a good enough audience and you had a good amount of views and subscribers, it was kind of subjective. You would submit a form to gain partnership. And if you did, what would happen? You would be not entitled, you would have the opportunity to make money. So there was a very select amount of people that had partnership, and this was years ago, back in like 06, 07. I didn't start making videos till 2011. Anyway, that being said, this was the standard that they used. So only a select amount would be able to put ads and generate money, generate revenue for themselves. That being said, around 2011 or 2010 or 2011, I received an email, and that's when I started making videos, and they changed the policy and they allowed anyone essentially, to apply for partnership. What was the reasoning behind that? The reason is that YouTube figured, now granted, they make majority of all their money from advertising. I mean, there's a lot of bandwidth. I don't know the exact numbers, but there's thousands and thousands and thousands of hours of footage being posted at this very minute, and you got to pay for this bandwidth, and that's what advertising does. So advertisers will place their product on a certain video. The more popular it is, advertisers will pay YouTube more. So essentially, the viewer will see the ad, and hopefully they'll buy the advertiser's product eventually. YouTube gets paid for it. It makes them happy. Advertisers are happy, and content creators such as myself is using their platform, and we're getting a cut of the money. That's basically how YouTube works. That being said, going back to the whole partnership program, so YouTube realized was, if we just allow everyone on YouTube who has an account and has a channel, if we allow everyone to become a partner, we can place ads everywhere, so then they can generate more money. So fast forward years later, what essentially started happening was that there's been so much, how do I put it, because there's so much footage out there, YouTube/Google, well, that's another thing, they got bought out by Google. I forgot to mention that big thing, but I'm sure you already know that. But anyway, Google/YouTube, they can only monitor so much content out there. And what was happening was that some content creators were making shortcuts. For one, they were clickbaiting. They were putting sexual stuff or clickbaiting and taking copyrighted material from other people, just a cheap way to make money. And that was happening for many years. So like 2011, 2012, 2013, YouTube was probably at its peak for content creators. The amount you would get per click for revenue was probably at an increased high, and a lot of people were cashing in. So what's the problem? Well, fast forward to now, and within the past year or a couple of years now, what occurred was that advertisers were noticing that their products, such as, let's use toothpaste like Colgate or Crest as an example, they would notice, and I don't know, this is just an example, they would notice, let's say, their advertisement, their pre-roll or their little advertising box within the video while you're watching it was being put on sexual type videos or really controversial videos, politics, hate speech. Now, if you're an advertiser, now, I'm not in advertising, but it's common sense, right? If you're an advertiser and you want to place your advertising on content that's kind of related. So for instance, for me, I rarely curse. I don't have any copyright strikes. I don't cause any, I'm pretty much on my best behavior for the most part. I will speak my mind. But for instance, some type of health and fitness, pre-workout or a lat pull down machine, they would place their advertisement on my video, which is fine. But if you're putting that on a video in which there's like police brutality or something, these advertisers are not happy. So fast forward to now, advertisers were like, YouTube/Google, you guys need to do something about this. You need to monitor this better. So what happened, YouTube recently slashed the partner program for everybody, and now they put some requirements. And what were the requirements? Now at the time, they required 10,000 lifetime views. Once you reach 10,000 lifetime views on your channel, you were able to gain partnership. 10,000 views in the grand scheme of things, it's not that much. Some people can get it in one shot. Me, I'm already qualified. I've been doing it for so long. I've got over 3.6 million total views and whatnot, blah, 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 10,000 subscribers. So it didn't affect me, but for that small portion of YouTubers, it affected them a little bit. Granted, they weren't hardly making that much money anyway, but I could see their small complaint. They felt like even if it was $5 or $10 a month, they kind of kept them motivated. Nonetheless, regardless, of how you feel about that situation, that's how it was. Then after that, the 10,000 view standard to meet, when they implemented that, they changed it again recently, and that is, I think it's 4,000 hours and 1,000 subscribers. I believe that's the new gold standard to gain partnership. And the other reason why they're doing this is they're trying to weed out people from just trying to make a cheap buck. They figure if you're really into YouTube, you're really into making videos, that you're gonna put your best foot forward, not try to clickbait, be patient with it, and because you could get views, but gaining 1,000 subscribers, unless you just hit it, some people hit it really quick, it's not easy. So they figure this will help weed out some of the bad content out there. Now, with all that being said, if you made it this far in the video, how does this affect other content creators such as myself? Well, YouTube/Google has made it more about being, what's the word? I guess extra paranoid or extremely cautious, to the point where their systems, in order to flag videos that are not content friendly or advertiser friendly, it's a complete flaw. For instance, and I'm not the only creator that has had this happen, but it's been okay lately. But for the last couple of months before, I was having every video that I uploaded, it was being flagged by an automated system, and this automated system was stating to me that my video was not advertiser friendly. Now, these videos, they're not going to make much money anyway, but it's the principle behind it. Having to appeal a video, I mean, I still have videos that are under review, which, they only have like 100 views, so I don't really care. But I have like a Marie Callender's TV dinner review, and they say not advertiser friendly. I didn't curse. I didn't do anything. It's the system that's messed up. So a lot of people are getting really frustrated with that. So instead of, and I could see where Google's perspective is on it, they would rather be more cautious, affect a small content creator. Basically, you're guilty until proven innocent, instead of innocent until proven guilty. And a lot of content creators are pissed off because us content creators is what created YouTube. Now, I'm not going to go on a big spiel about what I'm entitled to, because I don't believe in entitlement. I don't have to post on YouTube. I don't have to work for Google, although I'm doing it voluntarily. They're not bending my arm. So I'm okay with that. I do YouTube because trying to make connections with you guys and gals. I do YouTube to help educate people and to better people's lives, even if it's really in a small portion, incrementally. That's the reason that keeps me motivated. The extra money is just icing on the cake. If I make some extra money, that's fine. That's what keeps me going. But interaction and trying to make a change, sorry, I got a little dark here, trying to make a change is what keeps me motivated. So with all that being said, that's basically up to date as to where we are with YouTube now. People can't get partnership that easily. Things are getting flagged left and right. The other thing is that YouTube has shifted from what it was unique, what made it unique, which was broadcast yourself. A very, there's still a lot of random videos, but what I mean by random videos is videos like this, just me in a car. This is what that kind of like niche feeling of the internet, and it's not like that anymore. If you look on the trending page of YouTube, what do you see now? YouTube's basically turning into TV, YouTube TV. They're trying to compete with the other big boys, and that's their prerogative. But now it's like you could watch, you got people like not Jay Leno, well, he's gone now, Conan O'Brien, who's the guy that does the karaoke, the singing in the karaoke in the car. I don't watch too much TV. All these networks now are getting the trending spot, and all the other creators are just, being put down to the bottom because these big networks, how am I going to compete with them? You can't compete with them. YouTube's going to choose whoever gives them the most money for advertising, and those big networks, they got deep pockets. The only ones that can compete with them are the top YouTubers, the PewDiePie, Jenna Marbles, Boogie, well, whoever, in health and fitness, Scott Herman, Twin Muscle Workout, stuff like that. And that's even on a real small level. They can't compete with these big networks, so they're getting kind of pushed down. So how does that affect me? Not too much. I will say that YouTube making a new subscriber click on the bell icon for notification is pretty much garbage in my opinion. It's purposely making it harder for viewers to watch your content. Now, I don't care if you subscribe to my channel and you don't watch my content because you just don't have time. I 100% do not care. But at the very least, me as a content creator, if someone subscribes to my channel, I feel like my video should at least show up on their feed. And I've heard horror stories of people being unsubscribed from channels. I don't know if that's true, but I do know for a fact that YouTube they've changed the algorithm to where they will position certain more popular videos for you, and you might be subscribed to someone, and then if your video is never being shown, it's going to get buried down the hatchet. That's why back in the day, I used to actually get more views on my newer videos, even though I had fraction of the subscribers. So is it possible that all the people that are subscribed to my channel are just not interested? It's possible. I don't know. I don't really lose sleep over it, but everyone's views has been going down. So that's my only frustration. Last but not least, this video is getting too long. Moving forward, I do hope that YouTube does get a decent competitor to to compete with this big corporation. Google, there's really no support really unless you're a really top YouTuber. You can read articles, but there's no customer service. It's just a lot of you have to fight tooth and nail sometimes just to get basic things. Recently, if you make over $1,000 per month, they're supposed to send you the 1099 tax form, I think, if you make over $1,000. I didn't even receive mine. Not a big deal. I'm on top of things. I filled out the form, still never got it. What did I have to do? I had to go to my AdSense account, total everything up, write it down, report it to my tax guy, and he took care of it. But this is just like stupid stuff it's getting a little hot. This is like stupid stuff that you have to deal with as a content creator. So that's pretty much the whole spiel on this. Not much more I can say. Hopefully I'll still be on YouTube If there is a competitor, you'll be the first one to know if I hop over somewhere else, which I don't know. But that being said, it can at times get a little demotivating when it just feels like, Google is just, not supporting, you don't feel as supported. But then again, I'm not losing sleep over it. I still make okay, decent money, and I don't need it for the money. So I have that going. Some people are not as fortunate. So hopefully I'll still keep making content, and I'm not one to beg for likes or anything like that, but sharing, content that you really like to support the smaller channels will help, hopefully, YouTube stay in that direction. Well, they're already steering towards mainstream, but at least keep that small niche alive. If you don't, then you're going to just get TV part 2. And if you're okay with that, you're okay with that. It seems like people like that. But me, when I go on YouTube, I like watching those obscure videos. I like finding new channels that is not scripted and you can just relate to that person. Making a connection, making a human connection, that's very important to me. So that's about it. 17 minutes going in. It's getting really hot. I don't know how far you made it. If you made it this far in this video, write in the comment section, I don't know, jalapeno peppers. If you write jalapeno peppers, I know you made this far and you're straight hardcore, and you deserve a lot, man. So that's about it. I'll talk to you next video. Bye.